You know, now that I've calmed down a bit, I want to say something. Okay, so for those of you that saw the video this morning, I'm still a little angry because, number one, people get this idea that because I'm MGTOW that I hate women, and I don't. I tell you, all along, I just think men get shafted, but that doesn't mean that I don't care about women, okay? That doesn't mean that when women are truly a victim, that I'm going to stand by idly and let it happen. But this message is a little bit different. For those of you that are also fellow veterans, I want to tell you something. I live in a military city. I live in somewhere. I've said it in previous videos before, but now that my videos are a bit more controversial, I'm not gonna mention it, and I'm hoping that other people won't either. I probably will, but whatever. Anyway, I got some trolls on here that really don't like me, so they'll probably mention it. But my point is this. Hold on for a second. Gotta tie my shoe. My point is this, man. I don't think that, I don't think that this is cool, what happened. Especially, and I realized how it sounded when I was talking about it. Had this person not been a veteran, I would have still said something. But I was angry for two reasons in that video. Because, number one, what he said was wrong. He was talking to the driver and he was insulting her looks. But I know the driver there. I know her. I'm not gonna tell you what her name is, but I know her. And like, it almost brought her to tears how vicious he was being to her. So I walked over and said something. And that's the part I was most mad about. But the other part that I was mad, I can't tell you how many people that I've run into my whole life. Well, not my whole life, but, well, even my whole life. Because I come from a military family. But I can't tell you how many people I've run into that say that, military men are bad. When that's not always true. I mean, there's good and bad everywhere, but, there's a lot of problems that you don't understand if you're not military. There's a lot of things that you don't, like when I first met my first sergeant, when I first got to my unit, I didn't understand things fully. I didn't understand things fully. And the first thing he said to me, it was probably a couple months into it. I hadn't really talked to him much. And he was telling us a story about how when he first got back, he would look for IEDs on the side of the roadway. And, we all kind of snickered a little bit. But after experiencing things, we found out that it's not what it, it's not funny, man. It's not funny. Okay, being military, and I don't have a whole lot of stories to tell, but I know a lot of people who do, and I know a lot of my close friends would have, had they ever made it back. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here, okay? And I'm getting a little bit too personal. And when somebody has people like I have on my YouTube sometimes, that's not a good thing, especially about this topic. But what I will say is this. Just because you're a veteran doesn't give you a right to be an asshole. You're no better than people who didn't serve. You're no better than people who didn't serve. Just because you did. Yes, it's a respectful thing to have joined the Army or Marines or whatever. I was Army and this guy was Marines. But besides the things that the government gives you that you agree to when you sign that contract, nobody owes you a damn thing. And you don't get the right to act like an asshole to civilians because you're former military. You are no better than them. They're people too. And the fact that somebody would be dressed head to toe, and he legit was a Marine. I give him that. You know? The fact that somebody's dressed head to toe in veteran hat and everything that you had. You have an obligation to act respectfully. You know, if I went out in my, my old uniform and my ACUs or whatever, which technically I can only do at service-related events and stuff like that, but I don't. But if you, because I don't let many people know, because I feel that there are people that have done way more than me that deserve much more credit. I don't take anything from the VA. I don't let that many people know. I don't put it on here that much. But today I feel obligated to say this. You are no better. You are no better. And I am no better than anyone who never served. Nobody owes you anything. You get what's owed to you from the government, and that's it. But everyday people, man, they don't owe you a thank you for your service. They don't owe you money. They don't owe you the right to disrespect them and talk to them like they're nobodies. Don't be an entitled veteran. A veteran who just thinks that you get to shit all over people because of a choice you made. I'm angry at what he said to that woman. Yes, I am personal friends with her, but it wouldn't matter if I wasn't. But I'm very, very angry at what he said. And I'm even more angry that he did so in the name of being a veteran, of being someone who's supposed to be an upstanding citizen. You're held to your actions, especially when you're out there representing your service, your branch of service. Your actions are to be held at a higher degree because of what you did, because of your training, because of the discipline that you were supposed to have. You don't get to just disrespect people and talk to people like that. I don't buy that. I don't give a fuck whether you're a veteran. I don't give a fuck whether you're a vet or not, man. The one thing that being in the military, no matter what branch you're in, should instill in you is respect. And if you are going to come to it, if you're going to come to somebody like that, especially when she wasn't even doing nothing to you, I heard you from the minute that you walked up to her to the minute I walked up to you. One thing being in the military is supposed to teach you is respect. show some of it, man. You don't have to respect her because she's a woman, but what you don't get to do is disrespect her for no reason. You don't get to just walk up to her. I fucking heard it, and I seen it. It all happened right in front of me. And I've seen it a couple times. At my work, I've seen people bash employees of my job, fellow employees of mine, because, and say things like, oh, well, you didn't serve and I did. Well, I don't give a fuck if you served or not. I really don't. Like, and I'm saying this as someone who's prior service. Yeah, that was a respectful thing that you did. Yes, you know, it's a very respectable thing that you did. But you don't get a free pass because of things you did in the past. The way I see it is respect is earned on a daily basis. You get up every day and you show people that you're worthy of respect and that you're a good person, a decent person, and you get to have it for that day. Every day is a new start. You are entitled only to things that you continuously earn. And for a veteran, for somebody that's a U.S. veteran to act that way, it brought shame onto those of us who don't act that way. This is something that really, really bothers me. It really, really bothers me. Because, you know, the bottom line is that you're not entitled to anything more than you earn. And respect is something that you need to continuously earn. You don't just earn it once and get to keep it. You earn it daily, day in and day out. You get up, you act like a respectable person, you earn it. The minute you wake up and you decide to act like a piece of shit, that's what you deserve to get treated like. I'm done. I'm gonna finish the running portion here of my trip to work. This is the tough part. Here's the part that's uphill about 1.5 miles, 2 miles. And I've got some weights in that bag back there. So I'm carrying about 30-something pounds. So I'll have to do this. Later.